How do you negotiate the price down? Like, do you have any strategies
My
that you
favorite,
use?
yeah, my favorite strategy is simply to give people multiple options. Like Starbucks offers a tall, grande and a venti, right? Just so you don't compare it to 7-Eleven's, dollar coffee.
Yeah.
So you can pay 4, 5, or 12, and you're like, I'll pay the 5. 5 sounds good, right? And you're not like, wait, that coffee over there is $1. So I love that same strategy, especially with properties that aren't like if a property's got multiple offers and like they've already you're competing. That's not going to work. But if I'm talking to a seller, I just give them a couple options. Hey, here's a few things I could do. Here's an example. I could pay, $300,000 for your house. And just as is, I can close like next week, like all cash. We'll get it done. Or I can pay 320. But for that extra $20,000, I would like you to do whatever. I want you to include all the furniture in the house. I want you to keep there. And it's going to take me another month to close. So then the seller's like, oh, which one do I want? Which one do I want? They're going back and forth. Which one do I want? Which one? I don't care which one it literally doesn't matter. I gave them like 2 scenarios that I'd be happy with either way. And they're trying to figure out which one they want. They're not thinking yes, no, they're thinking which one. That's my favorite negotiation strategy. It works really well. People do it on me now. Like I have friends that will negotiate with me on stuff, whether it's a real estate deal they want to buy for me. And they do that. And I'm like, I know what you're doing. I taught you that. Like,
That's funny.
yeah, but it works.
Yeah. Where do you think the best opportunity is right now? Is it in commercial, like some sort of like flex space industrial, or I don't know, residential real estate, high density, self-storage, trailer parks? We were talking, or mobile home parks. We were talking yesterday or 2 days ago, and you were saying that there was a lot of issues with commercial recently.
Yeah.
But that also means that there's a lot of opportunity.
For sure.
Where do you think the best opportunity is?
Yeah, the best strategy is I'll say the meta answer first. Like the best strategy is the one that fires you up the most and works in the location you're buying. That's it. Like they all work. I can find it. I mean, last night at that dinner, right? We had like roughly 50 people there doing things. Almost nobody in that group does the same thing. It was actually pretty wild. Like the differences, like there's a campground guy and there's a, mobile home park guy and a self-storage guy and like all these things, right? So they all work. There is no best. It's like, what's the best diet? I don't know. I like carnivore stuff. That's fun. Keto's cool. Like it all works. I can find fitness influencers that swear by everyone and have science to back it up, right? Like every fitness influencer has science data that backs up why theirs is the only one that works and everything else sucks. Yet that doesn't make sense, but they all have it. Same is true for real estate. So there is no best. I'll tell you my favorites right now though. I love the concept of the rent by the room stuff if you're willing to go through the hard. I really like industrial warehouse right now. If you have the money and the knowledge to be able to pull that off, like buying a big warehouse and renting it out to like not even necessarily Amazon. I'm just like, let's say you have a 7 different warehouse, like 7-bay warehouse. You rent it out to 7 different companies in your area, plumbing company, a trucking company. I love that stuff right now. Super scalable. I really like assisted living, like I mentioned, residential assisted living. I like house flipping right now. Like I think it's a good market to flip houses. Not the best market we've ever seen to flip houses, but people are still buying nice houses right now. If you can handle the finances of flipping, I like flipping right now. So those are all good strategies. If I had to just pick one for, let's say, you, I don't know. I'm just hypothetically, if I had to pick one for you, I would say you should go, Jack, into residential assisted living. It'll take you a year to buy your first one. It'll take you a year to learn it. It's going to be hard. You got to get a license for something. You got to figure out how to get some staffing to run it. But you do it right, 1 year from now, you'll buy your first one and you'll make 15 grand a month in profit and you're done. Like you're like financially free. I mean, you're probably already financially free, but you're like that hypothetically, you're there, right? You buy one more year, you buy another one. Now you're making 30 grand. Now you're gonna have to hire a little bit more high level staff at that time. And then you buy a third one. Like that, for the amount of work, I'd probably do residential assisted living. Yesterday we were out in the water on the boat, right? And we saw the whales in the distance.
Yeah.
So I like to go paddle boarding with the whales. Like I love that, going out there. And if you want to get like a close encounter to a whale, we were doing it on the boat yesterday. We maybe didn't notice. You don't paddle or you don't boat to where the whale is. When you see it on the horizon, you go in front of it, right? You can see the direction the whale's moving. And you just want to get somewhere in front of it because the whale's then going to come up to you. Like you're not going to it comes to you. The reason I bring that up is when I look at American real estate, like where's the whale headed? Like where's America society headed? As a real estate investor, if I want to get wealthy and ensure that things are going to go well, I want to get in front of the whale. I want to get in front of the economy. Where is our economy moving? Let me start working in that sector right now so that when it catches up, I'm going to make a lot of money. assisted living, there are so many old people in America right now, and we're not building affordable housing for them. So what are we going to do with them all later on? Like we're in 10 years from now, it's going to be a massive problem in America. Okay, so assisted living is getting in front of the whale. You get good at it now, you're going to make a killing. ADUs, like we talked about, that's a whale that's coming. It's affordable housing in America is maybe the biggest whale right now. America does not know what they're going to do, so get in front of it. Section 8, like that's the whole program the government pays rent. They're going to have to broaden that. Okay, get good at that right now because that's where the whale's headed. Luxury multifamily, I don't want to touch that. Like real high-end A-class luxury multifamily, maybe long-term it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of that right now, and we got a lot of people that don't want it. So I'm not going to get in front of that whale.